Y'all already know what time it is, huh? Playing skills, you did.
Playing skills.
Ice on the wrist, car on the wrist, hole on the wrist, watch out flip, watch out whip, I'm in the whip, hole on the wrist, I never switch, ice on the wrist, car on the wrist, hole on the wrist, watch out flip, watch out whip, I'm in the whip, hole on the wrist, I never switch, ice on the wrist, I get the money but I never switch. They say you switch it, you won't get it. You know they came from the bottom and now we is lit. You was lit, I gotta get it, I gotta get it. You hate cause ice on the wrist. My bitch, you wanna be famous, They act like they made us, You know I'm icy in Vegas, This for the that hate us, I make a lot of new money, When the not saving, Be liking my flavor, I think it's cause ice on the wrist.
You're hot! What I need!
Watch out, cuz I never switch, you never switch.
Stop! You're hot! What I need! You're hot! You're hot!
I play with these skills. Ice, all on my wrist. AOB, just all off of getting money since I was legit. Ever since I blew, they all on my. Hey, back then, didn't know I exist. Don't touch my cup, you know how I sip. Hey, got choked, long. Say I made her when I showed out my whip. Hey, spent about 10 on my fit. Ex-slick, then hit with the. Back then, used to out the zip. Blow out his back and then dip. Got a whole party all on the ship. All these four things pull out the bip. Suck, turn up, baby, pour out the milk. So you know how I drip. Crush.
This ain't nothing for the pack. Got 16 sitting in the lap. Whole squad all dressing all black. Every single last one of them got my back. Hey, 20 of us, that's 20 goons in the ice cream whip, triple school. I got 3 strikes, ain't got to lose. When it's all on the line, what you gonna do? Come on, I'm highly favored. Don't wanna blame me, no conversation, ain't got time for no debating. It's for the taking, no hesitation. Don't try my patience. I'ma pour out one for the set, boy, till there's nothing left. On a run to the bread until we all got them baguettes. Hear them footsteps coming, cause we coming for the check. We ain't gon' run, no we don't hide. I can never switch, not a day in my life. Long as my dogs, they by my side. Yeah, we gon' ride till we die. We ain't gon' run, no we don't hide. I can never switch, not a day in my life. As long as my dogs,
just ran a checkup on my family.
Coach, the sun is set in Chicago. The temps have dipped and will continue to do so. Jacket and blanket weather. It's that time of year at Soldier Field. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Minnesota Vikings and the Chicago Bears. The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final two bring us as we're off in Week 9? This will be taken very short. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line.
Like 20. 52 right here. 52. Now you won. Switch.
They'll run it here. This is Marlon Mack. Give him 3 there on the first play of the game, and it's second down.
They did a really nice job there defensively. They strung the play out, didn't give him a cutback lane. On each play, you have guys what I call our BCR players. Guys are responsible for the bootleg, for the cutback, and for the reverse. They played that one perfectly.
And rode him right out of bounds. And they give this time to the tailback. And he's going to get about 7 yards on that one, up to around the 33.
That was a good run, probably right on the edge of breaking into something really big. So the defensive guys right now are talking about, okay, what can we do to slow him down before he truly gets started?
An early test for this defense. Here we go on 3rd and inches.
Tighten up. Shell.
Back to throw. Gone. Goodwin able to haul it in. 14 yards into Chicago, first down. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
180. Obama.
They'll run on first down with Marlon Mack. Making the stop there, Danielle Hunter.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On 2nd and 9. Goff going deep this time for Miller. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Hey, watch the 14. Watch out. Value 3. Back. Value 3.
They'll fake the give. Now Goff. Man open. It's Goodwin. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 18 yards on that one, and Chicago has the first.
I don't believe that this opening drive was surprising to either one of us after the time we spent with the coaching staff and players prior to the game. What about you?
Absolutely. Not only that, but that big article in this paper this morning about their philosophy on starting games like you're shot out of a cannon, and that's what they've done. Very methodical here on this first drive.
Yeah, so many teams talk about that fast start. We're actually seeing it happen right here in front of us.
But now the kicker. Can they cap it off by putting the ball in the end zone? Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down. To the air again. Gone. He's going to let it go deep for the... And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Mike Hughes. He's coming off a 3-interception performance last week, so certainly not how we wanted to start here.
Not at all, but this is where a quarterback gets tested. This is where we find out what he has underneath that jersey, because he had a bad game last week. Can he shake off a bad start to this one and start to perform at the level he expects?
A first carry for the Clemson man, Wayne Gallman. And nothing but daylight ahead. The 20, 10, touchdown, Vikings. Wayne Gallman.
Wayne Gallman, baby.
Touchdown.
Let's fucking go.
His guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Eddie Pinheiro now for the extra point. He's got it, and the Vikings take a 7-0 lead.
Makes the score Vikings 7, Bears 0.
Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
Let's go.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number 1 goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number 2 goal is win your division. Number 3 goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round.
3rd down and 3 yards to go.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. A shotgun snap for Goff. And an alley to run. There he goes right side. And he's going to score. It's a Viking touchdown. And this defense looking like they have come to play the pick 6, and just like that, it's 13-0 early on.
Well, go back with me to our training camp visits. What do we hear during these drills? Pass. Ball's in the air.
And then my favorite.
Oski. That's the interception. That means everybody finds someone to block them legally, stay on your feet, and they get it done. Touchdown.
Point after, right down the middle. And it's now 14-0. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. This will be taken short. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. That's complete to his speedy wideout, Goodwin. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line.
That's a gain of 7.
They'll try and run for this with Mack. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give him the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy.
And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Adam Shaheen, his first touchdown on the year, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Bullock good on the extra point, and that'll make our score 14-7.
14, Bears 7.
Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. This will be taken in at the 1. And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34.
At their own 34-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they hit the home run last drive. One play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball. But how about them just taking it big-time jaunt? Now if you're coming back out, now they've established this run game, the play-action pass could very well be open.
So a little bit of a stiffer challenge now. 1st and 15 following the delay of game. From the gun, here's Cousins. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Incomplete. Brings up 2nd down and 15 yards to go.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. Gallman will run it. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down. A tale of two extremes. First carry, he went for a bundle. His second goes backward.
And how many times have we seen that happen? Because you get that big carry, and you come back and you're all fired up, and sometimes you force a run a little bit, right? Trying to break off that big carry again, and instead it works opposite.
The Bears bring out an extra defender in the secondary now for 3rd down.
Let's go. Let's bring it. Let's bring it. Listen to me. Mike's 59. Mike's 59. Gun. 6-man. Watch that curl. Hey. Mike's 7. All right, now here we go.
Working out of the gun, Cousins. That's caught by the tight end, Irv Smith Jr. 14 yards is the pickup there, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
Completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
The Vikings send out their punter as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. And they'll play keep away from the returner as this one will be marked out of bounds at the 13-yard line. Pretty good spot. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
On second and 11 now. Goff. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. And he'll be about a full yard shy of the 20 at the 19-yard line. It's a gain of 7, and that'll bring up a third down.
Go, 12, let's go. What we got? What we got? What we got?
Off play action. Here's Goff. Going up top for Miller. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Tedrick Thompson picks it, and his guys will set up shop at midfield at the 50-yard line. Good starting field position for the Vikings as they have it 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. Following the interception, Cousins. And this one complete to Smith. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Throwing again on second down. Cousins. It's caught. Smith. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. It's a gain of 16, and the Vikings have the first down as well.
Yellow, yellow, yellow. Hey, what?
First down. Here's Cousins. And it's complete right back in the hands of Smith. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Now Gallman. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line.
Still?
A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Cousins now to throw on first down. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete. It was Roquan Smith who got his big hand in there to knock it away.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up second down.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Cousins. He's got Smith here. And he...
My beard trimmer? Okay.
Things you're hoping for when you run drag routes. You're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
The last play on the completion got them half of what they needed. Now here's a tough 3rd and 5. From the shotgun, it's Cousins. Looking for Landry, and it's intercepted. Picked off down near the 5. He's got a convoy, and he might be gone. 30, past the 20. And they will score a pick-6 for Bears touchdown. Short throw pick-6 right there. Those linebackers, they love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
Now Bullock to add the extra point. And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14.
You said something? Mike, get the code, Mike.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And following the pick 6, so they have decent field position and throwing that pick 6. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told him, they told us, they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
7 yards.
That was your short? I'm sorry, here.
With a second and 3.
I just walked in there with a cigarette and I seen the short, so I smoked it. I walked in there, I seen this. I forgot. I walked in there, I seen the short, and I smoked it. Calm your tits.
And leaves creases like they were able to exploit right
you eyeballing me about my cigarette? It was my cigarette.
A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3.
Let's go.
Here's Gallman. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
This nigga trying to beat me.
49, check 300. 300. Hey, Alpha. What is that?
Cousins from the gun on 3rd. And he's got his man. That's Landry.
Oh,
and he's got the first before he's brought down at the
damn, I didn't even realize man.
Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half.
Yeah, this is hilarious.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Gun. Hey, Ken. Bravo.
To throw is Cousins. Complete. Smith has it. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
He got like 75 yards already, I think.
Position that were even 10 years ago. And I think it's become more of a glamour position because of the ways it can hurt a defense, and guys want to be involved. They can be in line, close to the line of scrimmage. They can split out like receivers. But hands, route running, speed, and some toughness to go across the middle, you put it all together, you got a heck of a tight end candidate.
Cousins now 7 of 10 here in this first half, and he's got a 1st and 10. To throw, Cousins.
Why are you going to
incomplete.
Back?
He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. Actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. And the play clock becoming an issue, so Mike Zimmer's forced to call a timeout. As the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half.
This is the one to be ready for, too.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. To the air again, it's Cousins. Smith catches left side. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
They face a 3rd and 4 after that last completion gets them 6. Cousins again. This is Johnson. He's got it. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Now a signal and a timeout call as it comes with 9 seconds to go in this first half of play. From the red zone now, Cousins. And it's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Irv Smith Jr. in the final seconds of the first half. And the Vikings have taken the lead.
That's one of the better examples of clock management I've seen. Whittled it all the way down just about and still put the ball in the end zone.
Yeah, just a methodical drive and something really to take into the lockers here. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead is now 21-14. Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. Short kick. One of the up mid will take it down. And they're going to wind up with pretty good starting field position as they get it up past the 35.
If he does an offensive play out of special teams, that's illegal. I'm just letting it be known.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense.
We already been
Time for
discussed
just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people look at it and go, well, maybe you take a shot here. Maybe you get some momentum going into the half. What's the flip side of that? You do something crazy, quarterback gets hit, ball comes free, and now you're down an even bigger margin. Go ahead and take this one, go to the locker room, start over.
And how about this right out of the locker room? An onside kick attempt. The Vikings have to like their position. They've got the lead. They get this football as well as we are back and underway for the second half. So they touched it before it went 10, and that's obviously not going to help their comeback bid here in the fourth.
No, not at all, and they're trying to get something going after one there, but you've got to give yourself a chance. Let it go 10 before you touch it.
Watch the pass. Check 99. Here we go.
Now a toss. This is Gallman. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain there, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 13. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively.
6 guys. Hey, Charlie.
Cousins. In heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 35.
Oh, what the?
He will score. Touchdown, Chicago. Charles, we've seen him target one of their main weapons time and time again. Maybe they went to that well too many times there.
Yeah, and it's so difficult to determine how many times is too many, because how many times have we seen a team go and play and say, until they stop us, we'll keep going. Well, they got stopped on that one, and it cost them 6 points.
A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. This fielded at the 2. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. The drive begins with a handoff to Gallman. It's a big one there for the Vikings. 43 yards. Now, this game's ripe for the taking, and that run, I think it means he wants to take it.
Not only does he want to take it, he doesn't care what they're going to do on the defensive side of the ball. You can be prepared for him. He's coming at you anyway.
Cousins. They're going to Gallman here on the screen. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. Different story this time around. We had that huge gain followed by a sizable loss here. So they had the big loss on that first down pass play and facing a 2nd and long. Now Cousins. It's caught on the right side of Smith. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down.
Let's just break this down and make it pretty simple. Key to the drag route, letting the play develop, finding the hole in the defense, and giving your athlete, yes, athlete, a chance to make something happen once he has the ball in his hands.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. This is Gallman. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. And the kick by Pinheiro is good. And with that, they will move out in front by 3. So no problems at all on that one. And you know, there's virtually no win. This is a kicker's dream here tonight.
It absolutely is, isn't it? So to me, with no wind, it should be a passer's dream as well, right? But in this case, defense held out. They had to force the field goal.
And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end.
Let's go, nigga.
Intercepted.
Mackenzie who?
Mackenzie Alexander with a
That's
pick.
who?
Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offensive coordinator, quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
They start on the ground with Gallman. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up second down.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Check 59. Mike is 59. Mike to 59.
Cousins now. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. It's a gain of 11 as the Vikings pick up the first.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard.
And this is why aggressive defense coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Throwing is Cousins. His throw here is incomplete. Tight end Herb Smith, the intended receiver. 3rd down here.
When you see passes knocked down by those guys I call the frustrated fullbacks, the linebackers, you know that in their zone coverage, they were able to drop, see the ball thrown, and react to it very quickly.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9.
Check 59.
Here's Cousins. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off at the 49. And his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line. That's now his 2nd interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. He was brought down by Kamu Grugier-Hill. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. On 2nd down, here's a run with Mack. And he's going to be stopped just short of the first down marker at the Vikings' 43-yard line. Now, this will probably be the last play of the quarter. 1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. And that'll do it for the end of the 2nd quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. The Bears on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 2.
We're good. Check. Slam. Watch the safety creep. 12.
They'll fake the handoff. Now
Goff. Yeah! Let's go!
Brandon, least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
Let's go.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
Come on. 5-2 the Mike. Mike 5-2. Mike 5-2. Hey, tight.
Here we go on 4th. Goff. And now here is another interception. Mackenzie Alexander with a pick. And the return stops just a few yards shy of midfield. They'll spot the ball at the 47-yard line. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
A gain of 6 there on 1st.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of 1, and they're going to face a 3rd down. From the gun, here's Cousins. Oh, he almost intercepted it. They're just forcing it into too many tough spots. That was almost a 4th pick of the game. And now 4th down. The Vikings send out their punter as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. Not too shabby here. This will skip out of bounds at about the 12-yard line. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. And able to get this one out just shy of the 25 at the 24. A gain there of 12 yards and a 1st down for the Bears.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
They go play action here on 1st down. He'll get this complete into the hands of Riley Ridley. 16 yards is the pickup there and a 1st down for Chicago.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
Mack off the draw play. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Watch the ship. Watch the ship. Hey, watch the ship. Watch the ship. Kill. Go. Hey, turn it up.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Goff. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 41-yard line.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Now a throw for the left sideline, and he's got it. First down for the Bears, a gain of 15. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me. I'm going to keep firing.
On first down, Mack. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down about the 21 or 22. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on second down.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a third down. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big third down.
Hey, Haywood. 58 to Mike, 58. 58 to Mike. You.
A shotgun snap for gone.
Marlon Mack
for a Chicago touchdown. Marlon Mack, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Bears have retaken the lead. Well, he wasn't the guy they were initially going for, but after going through the progressions, it worked.
When you have plenty of people who can catch the football, you don't always have to go to your primary target, and sometimes that target is actually covered. Nice job coming off of that and getting it to someone who was open.
And the man out of the backfield gets in for the score. This is taken about 7 yards deep.
Let's go. Do it.
At their own 25-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game
Let's go!
close, you got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Back to throw. It's caught. Smith. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. He'll get 15 and a Vikings first down. I tell you, it has not been his best day throwing the football. He really needs to piece something together here.
All will be forgiven if he leads them into the end zone.
Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw.
He got tripped up, man.
The goal line.
Got fucking tripped up, man.
Have the football, but deep in their own territory as he's brought down at the 5. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the second week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. A Chicago first down there on a gain of 11.
I guess it's good we can't really read the mind of the defensive coordinator now.
And a pin back there deep, give up that run. Can't be happy.
Yeah, whatever's in his mind right now, we probably couldn't say over the air.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Toss play, it's Mack.
I can't make
He's
this
got a first down past the 30. And he'll get this down to the 39-yard line. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with 1:07 remaining. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. On 1st down, they'll stay with Mack on the ground. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. It's a 6-yard loss on the play, and it'll make this a 2nd and long.
Hey, lift.
Throwing now, Goff. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down.
Out routes are always timing routes, and if the timing's off just a little bit, it can really throw off a play. It looked like he let him a little too much there.
Yeah, there was a fraction of a second because he caught it, just couldn't stay in bounds.
It's just me and you. Check. Check three.
Now Goff. The catch is made by Riley Ridley. And this is going to turn into another 1st down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 28. The Vikings going to use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in quarter number 4. The win for the Bears just around the corner. They go down to a knee.